What is up, fight fans? Welcome to another episode of 456. And man, do we have a boring card for you. Gentlemen,
Hey, what's up?
I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying. These guys
hell
built
no.
this thing up so much that it's at the point where it's so disappointing, man.
Yeah. What can I say? Everything's disappointing after 300, if I'm honest with you.
Yeah, but apart
Oh
from
shit!
that,
No. Yo, Ryan is lying. He said some other shit about
yeah. Just
300
before we
earlier.
started,
I'm sure he's going to own that shit. Own
No.
that shit,
No. If you listen very carefully, what I
Mhm.
said was it is better
then
What's better?
than what it was.
no, it's not.
What's
dude.
better? What's
So
better?
you would rather have this card than watching McGregor and Chandler go
Yeah.
at it.
Yeah, because I know there is zero chance of these two guys being a boring fight.
Who, Pereira versus Prohaska?
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
beg to differ, bro.
Nah.
Dude, that fight is gonna be so boring, and it's gonna be so similar to the Hill fight that it's gonna be ridiculous, dude. I'm telling you, Prohaska's stance, and I said it after his previous fight, dude. It's not great, and the worst part is he took a lot of shots from his previous opponent. He won't be able to take as many shots from Pereira. He
That's
was
true.
almost down at
but
some point.
no,
He was almost
hold
down at
on,
one
hold
point,
on,
no?
hold on. He was winning. He was winning that last fight. He was winning the last fight with Pereira before he got caught.
Yeah, I feel like that's
He
accurate.
won the first round. He was winning the second round, and
yeah, and
Pereira
then
got him.
Pereira turned it around. Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I don't know, and I
So
just think
I don't think it's gonna be boring.
I think it's going to be a matter of how the Volk versus Islam went the second time around, where now he knows what he's going to get himself into, and now he's going to just finish it way much quicker than what it was, gentlemen.
Yeah, but that's
usually I'm
Yeah, no,
full
he
on
needs to
underdog.
prove himself this time, bro. He needs
Yeah,
to
he
prove
really
himself.
does. And
yeah, but that's also not exactly a fair comparison to make.
yeah, whatever.
Why not?
Because at the time, Volk openly admitted that he wasn't really training. He was drinking a lot. And then he
Bro,
took that fight
He's
on
a
10
fighter.
days.
He's a fight. That's some boring ass
Hey!
excuses, man. That's
Hey,
some
listen,
shit ass excuses. Like,
first of all,
whose
you got to
fault
tell
was
that
it?
to Vulcan. Yeah, it was his fault. It was his fault, for
Yeah.
sure. But these are two
It's
guys.
his job.
Yeah, I understand
job is to
it was
fight.
his job, and he fucked up his job that day. So it
Yeah.
happens. Yeah, it happens to
Okay.
everybody.
they called
his
up a
ass
few
working.
guys, actually. Hey, did
Yeah.
you know, they tried Drickus, firstly.
And he said,
no.
Yeah.
They tried Max Holloway for another BMF title. He refused that because he's on vacation.
yeah.
They tried
Yeah, no, still healing.
a few people, dude. A few people, but a lot of them were on vacation. A lot of them weren't willing to take that
Yeah.
last minute fight. And personally, I don't blame them, dude.
No, I don't. And I recently saw an interview with Drickus where he even says, if you look at what happened to Volkanovski when he took a short notice fight, well, we saw what happened. He got knocked out. And Drickus is not willing to take a chance like that. You know?
100%.
Yeah, and I think it's not once you rise to championship level, it's usually not a good idea to risk it like that. You know, but obviously,
if you were Dana, were you going to cancel that whole card?
No, you can't.
Or would you scramble to try and make it happen? I mean, it's not like it's a fight night. This is like three or what? 3?
3 or 3. Yeah.
So
the thing
to still be scrambling for fights at this time, no?
Well, you know what the thing is, he kind of has to, because as far as I understand, their contract with ESPN is they have to put on a certain amount of fights per year. And the thing is that with them missing a card, that means that somewhere else they have to jam another pay-per-view in. And
sure, they could always do that, bro.
But then the pressure that it puts on them to do that is even more, especially because the UFC goes on a 7 or 9 week straight run of fights every weekend and then 1 week off and then back at it.
But wait, why would they cancel? Why?
No, I'm saying
Because
they
of one
wouldn't.
fight.
No, I'm saying
One fight though. It's not one fight, bro.
Which, okay, then
What do you mean?
it,
Who
else pulled out? I was only aware of McGregor.
There's another fight.
Okay, so Jamal Hill, Carlos
Yeah, but-
Ulberg.
Oh yeah,
yes.
but they made that
got
replacement.
cancelled.
They made that replacement.
No. Yeah, they replaced him with
but,
Anthony Smith.
With Anthony Smith, but Anthony Smith wasn't meant to fight. What's his name? Sorry, what's his name? Give me the name.
Jamal Hill.
Jamal Hill. He wasn't meant to fight. Now he just took the card last minute. He just took the fight last minute.
Yeah,
for Carlos Albert. And personally,
go ahead.
I think he's the perfect person to welcome these guys into the UFC, bro.
What do you mean into the UFC?
Who?
Like Carlos has been in the UFC, he's fought a few guys, but
this is
Anthony
a welcome
Smith,
to the top 10.
This is a welcome to the top 10, and I think Anthony Smith is the perfect person to initiate him, if you will.
Yeah, well,
it was a bit disrespectful, wasn't it? For Jamal Hill.
Yeah,
because he was champ just now. So
yeah, but you know what the thing is, it's time off. It's a bad knockout, and then he look. To be fair, I thought that this would have been a bit soon for him, quite frankly. But I think he's one of those guys. He wanted to quickly wash the bad taste out of his mouth from that loss. So I think that's why he was willing to take a number 11 ranked Carlos Ulberg.
And wait, he was also set up with Khalil Rountree.
There was talks about it. I'm not sure what happened there. I don't know if they announced it officially.
Yeah, because it says cancelled on my side. So
then something must have happened with Khalil. Yeah. Oh well.
Sure.
Yeah, but every other fight underneath that, and this is obviously respect to all the fighters there. It's not honestly, it's not for anything to run home about, like to write home about.
They fight night type of fights, are not pay per view.
Yeah, bro.
You know what?
Are you saying Brian Ortega is not pay per view, bro?
Bro, honestly, not
recently.
Are you saying
back in the days,
Anthony Lionheart Smith is not?
Is this you? Is this you? Bro, if Anthony Smith does not have a hater, Tabang is not on earth. Like, he is Anthony Smith's number one hater. Bro, when I asked him who would you take on in the UFC, like if there was money on the table, you gotta
Lionheart motherfucker. Anthony Smith, I take him on, bro.
But let me prove my point. Let me prove my point, right? Going back to this card, Shop, we've got Pereira Prohaska, right? We've got Brian Ortega, Diego Lopez.
So right. I like that one.
It's not a bad fight. Don't get me wrong. It's not a bad fight at all. But it's not. Honestly, I could have even put it on the prelims of a 303. I would put it on the prelim, but I could put it main event.
Brian Ortega in the prelims.
Man, yeah. You know what the thing I said to that? I agree with you in a sense, but I suspect they put that there as a co-main because Lopez is, well, at least so far, he is guaranteed excitement.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's playing some bangers. Man.
Yeah, no, and he's a quick finisher. And as far as I understand, either he loses or he finishes guys and puts on a show. So I suspect that that's why they put him. But look, I do agree. I mean, they've got Joe Pfeiffer on the prelims, headlining the prelims. He could have very easily moved up to the main card. I wouldn't have been upset about that at all. Yeah, no. And I mean, look, other than that, I mean, we've got one of the ladies' fights. But of course, Ian Gary and Michael Venom Page.
That's gonna be.
Yeah,
I'm looking forward
that'll
to
be.
that one.
I would have even
I'm
moved
looking
that.
forward to that
co-main.
one.
Yeah,
I'm
that
sorry.
I think
I'm not
that
an Ortega hater, guys. Don't get me wrong. I'm not an Ortega hater.
Sure.
you could have
But
fooled
that's
me.
more co-main event, and I'm not a fan of Ian Gary, not
No.
because of the controversy or anything, but I just feel like he hasn't proved himself, bro. Like his last fight was
Bro, the guy's 14-0. What kind of proving
Bro,
are you looking
okay, sharp. Okay,
that
let's
means
look at
nothing,
UFC 300, bro. Do you think that fight was worthwhile watching? The only thing that's gonna make this Ian Gary fight stand out is Michael Venom Page. Let's be honest. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, look, I gotta say, I have really been enjoying Michael Venom Page's social media build up to this fight. Fuck that shit.
He's savage.
Yo.
Savage, bro.
Man, that shit has been
Savage.
funny, man. Oh man. Jeez,
But who do you think is taking that one? Out
Michael
of
Venom
interest.
Page, I
Got
think.
MVP.
Yeah.
Got MVP.
And the Carlos Alberg one versus Anthony Smith.
I'll be honest with you. With Carlos Ulberg, it's usually a hit or miss with him. He's very technical. He has power, so he could do it. And unfortunately, as much as I hate to say it, but Anthony Smith is now at the end stages of his career, and his chin is not holding up anymore. You know, it's really not holding up.
Kick them up.
Okay, let me just sort something out here quickly.
Hold on. Just continue with what you were saying, bro.
Okay.
Continue
We're
with what you were saying.
gonna
He's
circle
got
back to
19
this.
losses.
We're gonna
He's got
circle
how
back
many
to
losses?
this.
19.
Yeah, how many
19, bro.
fights?
And you'll make it 20.
Yeah.
We're gonna circle back to this. We're gonna circle back to this.
2 10s on that one. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah,
But
but
yeah,
sum it up. Wow, what were you saying? Yeah.
Yeah, so basically, I think it's usually a hit or miss with Carlos Ulberg. He seems to be on a decent run recently, but like some days he just doesn't show up when he gets in there. Like I've seen him in fights where realistically he shouldn't have a single problem, and yet he does, and then he loses. But if he comes in ready, and I suspect, I suspect it'll still be 50-50 for him, because he came in with a lot of fire for this fight, because he thought he was fighting Jamal Hill, and having a win there would have immediately bumped him up to title contention. Where now it being Anthony Smith, it now, instead of it being one jump immediately up into contention, it's now, okay, I still need 2, maybe 3 more fights before I'm there.
Sure.
Yeah,
And right now, Anthony Smith, like I said, he's number 10. Ulberg is number 11. So the perfect intro into the top 10. And personally, bro, I think Ulberg is gonna come through with the kickboxing a lot. But I think Anthony Smith is gonna take him down. And if he can't handle himself on the ground, he's in for a long night, bro.
I don't think so.
Dude, I think it's a gimme. I think it's a gimme.
Yeah, look, I suspect it depends.
Ulberg has been given the right to go into the top 10. Anthony Smith should, in my opinion, Anthony Smith should stick to podcasting. It's a nice job. Maybe he can do a bit of coaching, right? I think he can do a bit of coaching, but he needs to make space. I think
as Anthony Smith likes to say,
down this fight.
As Anthony Smith likes to say, on paper he's way better than this kid.
True, which is
35.
true. But the only reason that's true is because he's got more fights on him, bro.
Look, and that's also I gotta say.
The guy's fought John Jones. He's fought goats, bro. So look.
You mean he got his ass whooped by John Jones? Is that what you wanted to say?
Yeah. Anyway.
Hey, bro, as we've seen, many fighters fall victim to that. So
Ryan,
you can't fault him. Yeah,
I'm gonna give you 30 seconds to tell Tabang why he would never beat Anthony Smith. Your time starts now. Let's go.
Let's hear it.
Number one. First of all, don't interrupt me. Number one. First of all, I can promise you now, he could choke you before you could land a punch. Secondly, he may be getting knocked out by professional fighters, but I can promise you, you don't hit like professional fighters do, and you definitely can't take a punch like professional fighters do.
You just said his chin is out, so maybe, hey, bro.
Compared to a professional
bro,
fighter,
I just go in there and throw haymakers, man. Just swing. one of them lands. I think I put him down, bro. I think I retire. Lionheart Smith.
Gentlemen, before we call it on this specific card, let's just go through this next fight night that's about to happen. And through that, we've got Johnny Walker versus Dedzimir. That seems like a good fight. Number 7 versus number 9.
Wait, what?
Right. Hold on. Which one are you talking about, bro?
Who did you say?
Dedzimir.
No.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
Desdemir.
It's Ozdemir.
Bro.
Oh, is that an O?
Yeah.
Oh.
Ozdemir.
Yeah.
Volkan Ozdemir.
That guy.
Yeah.
Bro,
he's
which
fighting
fight are you talking about?
I'm talking.
Which card are you talking about?
I'm talking fight night.
Yes, this is UFC's debut in Riyadh.
Yeah.
Which one? The Whitaker fight night?
Yeah,
yes, sir.
That's the one.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
On that card, like I said, we have Johnny Walker versus Ozdemir. We've also got, I'm just going to skip these guys, not too familiar with them. If you guys want to chip in, go for it. But we've also got Kelvin Gastelum. Yeah. No. I was talking Muhammad Naimov and the other homie. But we've got Kelvin Gastelum going up against Daniel Rodriguez, which should be pretty cool. Look, Gastelum is, I think, also in the same category as your Anthony Smith, not in record, but in the sense that he's probably on his way out. You know, I don't see that fight that he used to have before when he was fighting the likes of Adesanya. I don't see him climbing up the ranks anytime soon again to try and be a title contender or something like that. But he is still a good fight to watch, right?
Yeah. I still say.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, look, he's had a better go of it recently.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, you can give him something there.
Mm-hmm.
Who Gastelum?
But he will most likely have to wrestle. Daniel Rodriguez.
Yeah, but Sean Brady beat him in December.
Yeah,
round 3 submission. Remember?
Yeah, to be fair, but that's Sean Brady. But I believe he had a win before that. But anyway, it's just a better go of it. Before that, you know, he was losing bad to guys that before you wouldn't have expected.
Exactly, bro. And that's how I say that. But apart from that,
Jen,
yeah.
The last time Gastelum won was February 14th, 2021.
Really? Was that it?
Yeah.
He must have had some time off. Who
2022,
was that
he didn't fight the whole year. He was supposed to fight Imavov, didn't fight. He was supposed to fight Dricus, didn't happen. So 2022 was off for him. And then last year, 2023, let me see. He beat Curtis. He beat Curtis. And then the Shavkat Rakhmonov fight was cancelled.
Yeah. Look, I'll be honest. That's a couple of fights that he dodged a bullet not taking.
100%.
Yeah, Shavkat, Imavov, Dricus. All three of those fights.
It would have been bloody.
No, that would have
been bloody.
No, that would have been bad. That would have been, particularly if he had fought Dricus at the time. Because he was coming up and he was hungry to get his hands on anyone. So that would have been bad.
I'm imagining the size difference between Gastelum and Dricus would have been massive because I don't.
No, it would have been. And now that Gastelum's a bit older, his hands are not quite as fast as they used to be because that was how he climbed up to title contention. Was it his hands and his boxing was so crisp that he could just get the better of a lot of guys. Valid a lot of older guys, but that's what really got him there and why he was able to hang with Adesanya for so long. is because of that, and
Mm.
I would say that alone. But now he's fighting younger guys, bigger guys, so he had to move down to welterweight, and again the speed is not quite hanging on, and now he's fighting better grapplers.
Mm.
Yeah.
But
wait, did you guys say who you had for Johnny Walker Uzdemir fight? You guys don't care who wins there?
I think Johnny Walker, to be honest, he's on an upswing, and I think he's going to try put on a show.
I agree. No. I agree. He's a bit reckless, Johnny Walker, but with fights like this, better. He tends to it's the big fights that I worry about him more. But the smaller fights, he usually pulls up.
Yeah, I think he'll be.
Because he got KO'd by Ankalaev.
Yeah,
on this year.
Yeah, but look, to be fair, Ankalaev is something else altogether.
He's a beast.
Yeah, no,
he's an animal,
brother. That's a Dagestani that's been kickboxing for a long time.
Gentlemen,
yeah.
The last card on this fight night is obviously Robert Whitaker. Oh no, I'm lying.
Oh yeah, I'm actually looking forward to this one.
Sergey Pavlovich versus Alexander Volkov. Gents, have I ever told you that Volkov is one of my favorite fighters in the UFC?
Really?
No, you never said.
Yeah, bro.
You don't say.
I just like the way he fights, bro.
I like his tattoo.
He just stands so tall, bro.
Because he is so tall.
Sure. But the way he's just so relentless in the octagon, bro, it's just vicious, dog. I love watching him fight. Sergey's the same. And obviously he's number 3 and Volkov is number 5. But for the most part, I also think it's from inactivity from Volkov for the most part. But what a fighter, bro.
Yeah, look, I'll be honest with you. I think
the last time he lost. Sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Yeah. Honestly, I think Pavlovich takes it solely because his style is he gets in, he puts his hands on you, he finishes you. Volkov, he takes some time to kind of build up damage and put you down. Yeah. So I think. Yeah. So I think that it'll really depend on whether Pavlovich can get to him in the first round.
Cool. Yeah.
And well, I've got Volkov as well, right? Because he's been on a streak, bro. He whooped Rosenstrike. He whooped Tuivasa. He whooped Alexander Romanov.
Really? He beat Romanov?
This is his first fight this year. Yeah.
Oh, really?
So
I didn't know he beat
Romanov. Last year, March. Yeah.
Okay.
It was a KO. It was a first round KO, bro.
Oh, okay.
When I tell you
that's
that
interesting.
It was the co-main. It was the co-main of that evening.
Okay. Oh, good on him.
Yeah, bro. So my money's on Volkov on that one for sure.
Hundreds.
Yeah. But like we were saying, the main fight is Robert Whitaker versus Ikram Aliskerov. I can't wait for that fight.
I'm actually very excited for it as well. Yeah. To be honest with you, because I was doing some research into Ikram today, and I'll be honest with you, he's a fairly exciting guy. He can get a little carried away and maybe even a little bit reckless, but he's got a crisp 1-2. His wrestling's good, and that guy's a finisher. He's really a finisher, and his only loss is to Khamzat 5 years ago. So I mean, look, no shame there. It's early days before the UFC, and since he's got to the UFC, he's pretty much just knocked everyone out. Valid, it's only 2 guys.
Guys, this guy has to be the unluckiest. Is there such a word? Anyway, I just made it up.
Why?
Like so many cancelled fights, bro.
Who's this?
Ikram.
Oh,
Ikram.
Yeah, he was meant to fight Paulo Costa at one point.
Yeah. It got cancelled. He had Imavov. It got cancelled. This was last year. And this year, Anthony Hernandez in February, cancelled. Andre Muniz, cancelled. and Antonio Broccoli. 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 That got cancelled, right? This is the first fight that he's gonna have this year, and it's already like mid-year already.
And maybe that's why they're giving him Robert Whitaker, because it doesn't make sense why he's unranked.
Well, because he's only had 2 fights in the UFC. Look, that's
why they're willing to give him a number 3 Robert Whitaker, because because he's unranked. It doesn't make sense for him to fight Whitaker, honestly, for me.
No, it doesn't. But I mean,
as much as he's a good fighter and all of that, I just think he hasn't earned his fight with Robert Whitaker yet.
Yeah. Bro. No, look, I understand.
Man, he's got that Dana White privilege, brother. What you talking
about?
I
think part of it is
Dagestani privilege.
You know what I think it is as well is a lot of guys are not willing to take Robert Whitaker on short notice. And I think this guy has been so eager for a fight that he was just like, just give me someone.
Yep. Yeah, because Dana White doesn't pay a salary, bro. You don't fight no money, and you can't even have sponsorships.
So do you guys all think Robert Whitaker is taking it?
Yes. 100%. For a couple of reasons.
100%.
For a couple of reasons. But number one.
Let's go through those reasons quick there, Ryan.
Okay. Reason number 1 is Robert Whitaker is a 5-round fighter. He's fought multiple 5-round fights. This would be Ikram's first one in his entire career.
Okay.
And that's also in a career where he's finished most of his fights. I believe out of his 15 wins, he's finished 11 of them. So he doesn't have much experience going the distance, let alone for 5 rounds. Number 2 is Robert Whitaker is a sharpshooter. So if you give him a pretty fight, he'll win. He'll slowly just run away with it. And if you come in recklessly, he'll make you pay.
Yeah, I agree 100%. It will be a tough fight for him. I'm assuming this guy's not gonna want to keep it all together standing. He might try go for a few takedowns, but I've seen Robert Whitaker takedown defense against legit guys, bro. So I'm not really too worried for him around.
Yeah, and he was prepping for Khamzat. Who has a more aggressive grappling style? Like wrestling. Like when Khamzat comes in to take you down, he has almost a frantic pace to get you down and get you into something where he can control you. He's not like some of the other Dagestani guys where, okay, we take you down and then we slowly progress to this position, to the next, to the next, to the next, to the finish. He's more like, okay, I'm going to get you down and I'm going to jump on the first thing I see.
Do you agree with that, Taba?
Man, I don't know, guys.
You're not faking Bobby Knuckles.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, so Ikram is gonna come with like a pace, right?
He has to for the first 2 rounds. After that, he'll start fading
until he gets a knee stomp.
Oh yeah.
And
then he ain't coming forward no more.
But then, sure. But Whitaker, I tend to think he's part of the old school fighters who are on their way out.
I don't agree.
No
with
way,
so,
bro.
How many fights do you give? Okay, sure. Don't kill a guy.
Okay.
How many fights do you think Bobby Knuckles can still do?
Well, look, obviously it depends how those fights go. But I could very easily give him 5 or more fights.
I would even go and say 10, bro.
Yeah, look, like I said, it depends.
Yeah.
It depends very much on how those fights go. Because, as we've seen, so far, we've only got 2 guys at middleweight that have been able to beat him. One's our boy that's currently champion, and the other one is Israel. And Robert Whitaker still wants that one back.
Bro, I'm 50-50 on this one. I'm not even trying to do that. I'm 50-50 on this one. I think Ikram could pull like an upset of, not even of the year, of the month. But no, I don't know. I'm 50-50. I'm not gonna choose on this one.
Okay. That's fair enough. But yeah, fellas, that sums up the fight night.
Pretty much.
And that actually sums up our show. But before we close that up for today, gents,
we cannot close it without, giving people their flowers, bro.
Let's go
Come
for
on
it.
now.
You start, bro, because I know exactly where this is going.
Okay, give us.
What a weekend of boxing, first
Bro.